So were those allegations of corruption and malfeasance addressed?
It seems as if those issues currently plaguing the Secretary General of the ANC were not discussed at this National Executive Committee of the ANC. Top of the agenda for them was the ANC's list to the National Assembly and to the provincial legislatures, which came under fire from the ANC stalwarts. The ANC Secretary General Magashule basically saying that they came here to discuss those issues and also look at the electioneering machinery of the governing party. But I'm going to speak to Dakota Lichwete, the acting spokesperson of the ANC, and Pulema who took voluntary leave from the ANC and extended that voluntary leave with the ANC Secretary General at some point coming and saying that he had volunteered to step aside after those allegations of sexual harassment were laid against him alongside Zizi God. I'm just going to speak to them about this ANC NEC meeting and the issues currently plaguing the ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule, who, by the way, said he is thinking of taking this particular report by the City Press and Sunday Times and Peter Louis on legal review, taking it to the courts. It's not yet clear when that will happen. I'm just going to ask these particular spokesperson if they've been taken into conference with this particular matter. Puli, I'm not sure if you are back at work. Can you first just clarify that issue first?
Well, this is where I am. I'm at work. So I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be if you are not sure if I'm back at work. I'm at work. That's
because but statements are issued by Dakota Lichwete. That's the issue.
Yes, I think that what Dakota is part of the ANC's communications team. He has been playing that role as part of the media relations team. I did indicate that I will be back at work on the 1st of April. So the 1st of April 2019 is today.
It's not an April Fool's joke.
So it's not an April Fool's joke. I am indeed at work and doing what is supposed to be done.
On issues of national importance, your Secretary General has been plagued in 2 reports over the weekend. On Saturday and Sunday, your comms team issued a statement labeling that journalism as Stratcom. Peter Louis sent 60 questions to the Secretary General. All of them went unanswered. What's currently going on with the Secretary General? Is there veracity to these allegations being leveled against him?
Well, Dakota will deal with that because they've already issued a statement. It is important that we stay on the consistency of the message that the ANC's communications team has been driving. I know that he has done interviews yesterday and he has also been conveying what is the position of the organization in relation to this. Perhaps if you allow him to deal with those.
Dakota, what's happening with that issue? When is the Secretary General contacting his lawyers and taking legal action? As he said, he's considering it, or is that just a political tactic to defuse the situation?
No, thank you very much. I think the SG has already contacted his legal team. What they are doing probably now is to read the book, get all the facts so that they can reply or either decide. So it's a matter of how they finalize their case between them, attorney-client relationship. I would not be privy to an attorney-client relationship, even the organization. So we'll await for him to decide on what course of action is he going to take. But as the African National Congress, we will need to reiterate our position. We are opposed to state capture and corruption, and we have a conference resolution and a mandate of conference to deal with that.
But how does that help you when your Secretary General is allegedly being at the epicenter of state capture in the Free State province, which also links the notorious Gupta family?
Look, we have said it also in our earlier statements that it's going to be important that anyone with information must assist government, must assist law enforcement agencies to deal with this particular matter. As it is now, there is a Zondo Commission. It has been requesting that everybody with information on any capture of state institutions must come forward and report. Where possible, where there are allegations which has criminal element, like as it is now, it's going to be important that they are reported with the law enforcement agencies so that the law must take its course. There must be justice.
Have you called the former deputy chairperson of the Free State, Thabo Manyoni, the former mayor of Mangaung, Thabo Manyoni, the chairperson of the demarcation board, Thabo Manyoni, who made those allegations against the ANC Secretary General, who was then the Free State Provincial Chair and Premier, that he took him without bodyguards, without proper protocol, to the Gupta's home and spoke to Atu and said he must work with Atu?
Because this particular matter is still a matter under review for consultations of attorneys, I will not be in a position to answer to that particular point. But safe to say, if Thabo Manyoni has any evidence or anything, let him submit it to Commissioner Deputy Chief Justice Zondo. There is a commission on state of capture where malpractice, issues of corruption are being reported so that we deal with it. If there is that particular matter, he must also be answerable because he's a consenting adult. He knows what they were doing if indeed it happened.
Did this issue arise in this NEC? Derek Hanekom tweeted saying that they, as the ANC NEC, had not endorsed that statement that you sent out. Is an ANC NEC member. Did this issue arise in this NEC meeting?
Yeah.
It is important to understand that the National Executive Committee never sit and discuss press statements. It has never happened before. So there is a Department of Information and Publicity at Lituli House, which is charged with management of communications on a daily basis. Comrade Dakota Lekwete has been appointed to fulfill that task when I was on leave as the acting spokesperson. He will still continue to be working with us as part of the media relations team. So there is a capable and able team that is able to discharge the responsibility of communicating the ANC message.
Can you say it on the record now, without any shadow of doubt, that the ANC Secretary General, Ace Magashule, is not guilty of all of the allegations that are being leveled against him in these 2 newspaper reports and in the book by Peter Louis?
The issue of guilt or innocence under a constitutional democracy, it's a competency of the administrators of law and justice. Yes. And administrators of law and justice, it's a judge, it's a magistrate, it's a justice. I'm neither one of the three. So I will not be in a position to say innocent or guilt.
So you are saying he never did any of the allegations leveled against him?
That's why it's our advice, even to Peter Louis Mayberg, that if he knows anything, let him go to the law enforcement agencies for them to make investigations so that there's prosecution and the process follows the normal course of justice.
So you can't say he did those things or he didn't do those things?
Of course, I can't say that because I'm not an administrator of law and justice. I don't want to second guess the judiciary.
You believe him as an individual?
Huh?
You believe him as an individual?
No, I don't understand that question. It looks too personal and biased.
Well, Samkelo, I think that to assist you, it looks like we've clarified all the questions that you wanted us to clarify. So this should at least conclude our engagements for today.
Well, that was the spokespeople Pulebave Dakota Lekwete seemingly deflecting and running away from those questions.
All right, a very formal end to that discussion. Samkele, thank you for trying so hard. I don't think we learnt anything at all. Samkele Maseko in Irene in Pretoria.